So, today I wanted to have a conversation about death, about the great mystery. I wanted to pose a question. What if those who leave us are never really lost? Now hear me out, because it's a bit of an odd way of looking at things, but that's me. Say that when we rest, it's kind of like when we sleep. We go into this deep rest and this shedding away of all the unneeded. We return to this natural, conscious, unattached, fearless state without the surrounds of all of the stuff in our external world that conflicts that on a day-to-day basis. We are in these moments existing as our highest self, aligned with Source, Universe, Consciousness, God, whatever you want to call it. And then it's only when we wake that our mind and body re-enters the world, and that our limiting beliefs, our fears, our doubts, our insecurities come to the forefront and start to infiltrate and layer over top of that person we really are at our core. And there are already so many different perspectives of what we call the afterlife, of what we call heaven or hell, of reincarnation or returning to energy or consciousness or God. So essentially, if when we rest, we are becoming aligned with all the energies that are within us, but also the energy that's all around us, and that's proven by science, why then is it an unusual thought to think that when someone does pass from this physical life experience, that they wouldn't then go back into that state, that perfectly aligned natural state as energy that could then always be surrounding us who are still living. And I know there's a lot of differing opinions about death and about what happens, and we have this awful grieving process, which is totally fair because we don't physically have them in our world anymore. But isn't it nicer to think that they are, and not only that they are still with us, but they are energetically constantly supporting us from their highest self, that highest, most aligned, most beautiful part of them. So in that delightful notion that anyone that we felt energetically, spiritually, emotionally connected to in this life could therefore then be supporting us if they do pass, it creates this beautiful feeling of support and knowing that you have those beautiful energies, that they were here constantly with you and constantly there if you need to ask for that guidance. I've been called an absolute loon for thinking about things this way. However, it's not hurting anyone. And isn't it just nicer to feel like you are supported? Like you have that spiritual troop that you can call on, and it can be anyone. I've got a whole long list, and it's not just family. I've got comedians, movie stars, royalty, people who I have loved and respected who are no longer with us, but anytime I feel like I need a specific type of support that I do not get from the physical experience, and that is a lot of the time, because a lot of us in this world today have our own stuff that we are constantly working on, and we don't have time to support each other, and that's okay. How nice is it that I can sit in my stillness and think, hey Robin Williams, I need some laughter. Or hey Princess Di, I need some of your freaking strength and empathy. Or my grandma, who is just constantly there, holding me and hugging me and telling me it's going to be okay and that I can do this. And all of the religions would also agree with us that it is just nicer to think that there is something else. Isn't that more comforting than thinking they're gone forever and you're never going to see them again? It is the one great mystery of life that will never be solved. So why not play around with different ways of experiencing it that don't pull you backwards but allow it to boost you forward? And so by changing this view of death, I can experience it from a place of support rather than being consumed by it. Because that's not what they would have wanted. So that's enough for today. I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit into my experience of just another part of life, death. But for now, I'm going to enjoy the moment that I'm in this beautiful space that I'm in, with my whole spiritual troop constantly by my side. They got my back, and so do I. And so does this guy.